So I would look for a lot of surprises. There's going to be a lot of surprises. I really think what you should do if you're really trading and looking to make money in the midterm and long term, lower the trade size and go ahead and uh, swing for the fences. So I wouldn't get too scared as far as there's going to be a lot of early reactions. Looking at the hyper focus and attention that is being felt with a lot of the banking system is really early, and so a lot of pundits will vote their early negativity and confidence on the downside. I wouldn't be too scared upon systematic failure or what have you until you start seeing those correlations creep up, which we're going to see. So I think what we're really looking at from September and on is a creeping up of interest rates, just based on sentiment and the ideation that we are just pretty much at zero and we're not going to go to negative rates. So that's the point. So that's a good point that Chairman Lacker made by saying positively that based on the Taylor rule, we should be in between 1.5% and even 3% interest rates. So it's a good point. The point is that it's not going to, it shouldn't or wouldn't go negative. But there's the possibility that happens. So that's kind of where we're at expectations. So entering a market of imbalances and a so-called affect heuristic in the cards. So affect heuristic, if you haven't been following what that is, which is kind of a lofty way of saying that there is some kind of there's some kind of tone or message that we rest upon, that is just kind of like looking at things through the rear view mirror, but not necessarily reassessing or reanalyzing the situation from the current state. So in other words, the affect heuristic came up with the Brexit. So what a lot of pundits will be talking about and academics will be talking about is pre-Brexit, Brexit, and post-Brexit. So affect heuristic attaches a lot of information and knowledge upon events that are significant, however, that are not necessarily live, and not necessarily live and developing. So that's in the cards, and in my opinion, my personal opinion, based on my last video as well, that this affect heuristic is equivalent to a path dependency as it relates to financial markets. So in other words, the euro against the British pound is going to continue to climb, so much as this affect heuristic is in place. So that's the one thing. If you're trading the euro and if you're shorting it, which, like I said, you should really be looking to short just about any currency, and the euro included, although it's going against the odds at a lot of times, but that's why that affect heuristic, so much as it is in force, is going to mean that financial markets should creep up towards a path dependency. And that's essentially the reason, one of the reasons that we can explain cognitively why we have trendy markets.